Hello and welcome back to Factorio. Last time we landed, we upgraded most of the important mines, and today we'll be heading back to Vulcanus so we can expand more of it, because we really need it. I want this to basically be the main manufacturing hub for, like, a space mall for all the items. So, what I'm gonna do... I'm just gonna check something really quickly, but, doesn't matter now. What do you full on? Heavy oil. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just go on a rocket and head over there now. Oh yeah, I was gonna check out how much ammo I have, because, we're gonna be clearing out some worms. Where is the ammo production? Over here. How much do we have? 1.4k. Is that enough? I think it is. Okay. Oh yeah, I have nukes and stuff. Huh? Oh. Oops. Travel to platform beta, please. And automatically request again afterwards. Huh. They're not damaging the trees. Okay. Okay, where are we? Flying up? There should be a mod where the rocket will just, like, crash land onto, like, a party base randomly. Just for the memes. So here we are. This is a remote view. So please take me all the way to, Vulcanus. Actually, how much power does this even use when it's moving? Oh, not too many. Not that many. Not that much. Sorry. Oh, what's happening again? Annoying, but it's okay. Behemoths eat a lot of pollution, which is interesting. We're on the way, though. So yeah, this ship can only really go 168. Oh, never mind, now we're speeding up. I found that, well, how big is this ship, right? Like, 644 tons, which is, I guess, like, around twice the weight. With twice the engines, so it only goes a little bit faster. Annoying, but still, yeah. Okay, so here we are. So drop to Vulcanus. And then we see the beautiful animation of us going up. Are those solar panels? Whatever. And then we enter the atmosphere. Maybe they're air brakes. There we go. We're back. Like we never even went away. Okay, where's my stuff? It's somewhere here. Oh, it's over here. Okay. We have guns, we have turrets. Including the blueprint. So let's free up some space, shall we? That worm's gonna be very surprised. How much? Okay, we have bots, it's fine. I think we have to go to Fulgora to get Roboports Mark II. Yeah, we have to go to Fulgora. That's annoying. But it's whatever. Let's find the big worm. Should be somewhere here. Yeah, this is long enough to where I may just use rail. Where's the worm? 2 million ore in that. It's probably over there somewhere. Okay, it's fine. This will be where, we will make our stand. Because that worm patrols, like, near the edge or whatever. Pretty sure. Well, it should come here at some point. So look at how huge this area was. I think that was a medium. Maybe this was 2 worms. I don't remember. If we see the worm coming in, we'll have to, like, panic fuel everything. But it's fine. How big is our Roboport range? Just big enough. Not all of them have, not all of them have the ammo, so take away those guys and redistribute the ammo, please. The worm should be, like, attracted to, if I understood correctly, anything we build, so... I'm just trying to make, like, the most condensed block of turrets. One more. Now all of them should have the, yeah. Okay, no. Now all of them should have the ammo. Yeah. Okay, let's find the big ol' worm. Can't wait for it to just silently appear down there when I least expect it. Where is it, though? Oh, I see it. Hey! You bastard, that's not your territory. Okay. Come over here. What are you? You're a small one, right? Yeah, okay, whatever. If I place this, will he destroy it? I don't think he will. Okay, whatever. He is chasing, so... The idea is, when he targets onto you, he won't attack the turrets until you yourself are, like, until, like, they start shooting at him, because he is focusing in on me, which means... Yeah, that once he approaches... That's it? I guess I did upgrade the damage they did, but seriously? Like... That's it? That's so anticlimactic, dude. Oh my god. Let's expand up there. Get the tungsten and the, especially like the immense amounts of calcite. Maybe down there would be nice because there's some coal. We'll see. Well, there's some coal down there as well. Oh, options, options, options. We have a lot of options. Okay. Because this is, yeah, guarded by another great big worm. Hope it's a small one. Medium ones will be a little bit more annoying, but nothing we can't handle, I think. I mean, we handled them before when we had less stuff. So it should be fine. Thing is, we will basically be kind of boned if we run out of, like, rocket fuel. And the big issue with Vulcanus is that there's not a lot of coal, and there's, well, a big requirement for coal. That's basically the issue. Calcite is whatever, but in order to get our stuff off of Vulcanus, we need, like, oil for basically all three elements. You need oil for the rocket fuel, you need it for the processing units, and you need it for the LDS. This is gonna make it a little bit hard. Oh my god, it's a medium. It's fine. We'll set a stand over here. Like this. Actually, Platform Beta should go back to Novis and request some uranium. How much of it do we even have? Oh, we have an absurd amount. It's fine. The worm's down there somewhere, so, yeah. Actually, I'll remove those guys. We'll see. Maybe this is gonna be a little bit anticlimactic again, now that I've, you know, powered up a little bit. Come on. Alright, we have less of them than we had last time when we attacked the small worm, but I'm ready. By the way, the medium one hits harder, so be careful. It's one of those things where they honestly just kind of feel like... by the way, they'll try to hit you like that. They feel like a bit of a nuisance in a way. Yeah, they're big, they're strong, and they're scary, but that's about it. And, like, they can definitely kill you. But, like... Okay? So we'll just let him... Like, I think he may be a little bit faster, though. Yeah, if you can see, they are immune 99% to explosions. All except the head, which has less explosive resistance. Which is definitely interesting, but, like, who cares? Also, I think the tail, maybe, It's also got a bit of poison resist, which is interesting. Gun turrets, fire! There we go. Not exactly unscathed, but, like... also not exactly, you know... The biggest issue is we lose ammo every single time we blow up the worm. Because it keeps destroying the guns. Maybe it's better to give them less ammo. Because if you see a lot of the gun turrets that have been barely yeah, they don't even use up a lot of the ammo. Huh. Yeah, I'll only put 2... Yeah, hold on. That's a 5x5. So I'll disable you. And I'm only gonna put... I'm gonna only put, like, how do I... In remote view, right? Yeah. I'm only gonna give them 2 pieces of ammo. No. Like, yeah. No, it's Alt B, yeah. There we go. So now we can go up, because, man, yeah. Well, I mean, realistically, if we're getting everything... Because if you think about it, the goal is, again, to basically get every single thing we need off of Vulcanus. And in order to do that, I want to prematurely expand, and there's a lot of empty space up there. And we know how much calcite there is, so... There's no harm in it. Though also, we might finally use elevated rail, however that works. Okay. Where's the worm here? We'll take control of the sector swiftly. Where is the worm? Has the worm gone home? I'll remove you if you... Mr. Worm! Oh, it's down there. And it's a small one. Okay. Start construction. Interesting. How are we even gonna have enough gun turrets? Oh shit, is it gonna smell us? I do not know. I don't think it will. No matter if it does or doesn't, we are filling the turrets up with ammo. Remember, now we can feed a lot more turrets because they have a lot less ammo in each of them. Yeah, we straight up don't have any more gun turrets, so we'll have to get more next time. After this, we're gonna go back to base and get some more gun turrets. Yeah, meanwhile, that guy is just kind of sitting there waiting for the uranium. Also, hello there, buddy. Come here. See how quickly they heal. Okay, gun turrets. I require your assist. Oh, they actually destroy those, huh? Gun turrets, shoot them at once. Ha. We didn't even lose any turrets. That's so cool. This has been a turret deathless run. So what I want to do is, well, there's still... Oh, never mind. There's still 900 pieces of ammo at home, huh? How did I miss those? By the way, it's gonna be insane how much metallurgy science we're making compared to how much we're using already. Purely because we're not using much science already. It's stupid. Realistically, I mean, we could immediately be going to Fulgora or Gleba, but I don't want to, because... You know, you never want to be the guy who goes to a planet and then gets obliterated. Because, oh, I forgot. Ooh. Oopsie daisies. Actually, you know what? Where's the big worm? Not here. Whatever. We'll come back for you, buddy. Don't you worry. We have cliff explosives, right? Yeah. I wish cliffs just... weren't a thing. They're so annoying, I don't see the reason for their existence. They're just stupid and dumb. Also, how is it even balanced in that all of this uses such little calcite? I mean, I like that it uses basically zero calcite. And there's so much calcite, everything is basically free. Except the coal, but still. Kinda crazy. Just out of curiosity, how many bots can this... We're already over capacity in terms of bots. Okay. Also, how much does the network have? Oh my goodness. That's fine. Almost 10k Logi bots. Sure, why not? Okay. Let's obliterate some more worms. There's no better word for it, just a pure obliteration. That's what we're here for. Find a worm, destroy it. I just need to find it first before I can destroy it. But I don't know if it's a small or a medium. Know where it is. I would presume it's down there somewhere. They seem to patrol the edge of their... Oh, I see. It is a small one. So fuck it. Do this. It doesn't even notice us, really. Which I find kind of funny. Yeah, look at him go. So 20 out of 20% electric. Yeah, 50% physical resistance. And then every other segment is either 5/50% physical, which I don't know what that means. Huh. I'll wait for him to kind of go down there, and that's when I'll, start aggroing him. Come on, I want to see the guy. Also, the fact its face is so... Just look at it, it's just a big mouth. Buddy, how do you see things? How do you know where I am? Maybe it tracks the vibrations? I don't even know. Well, I have a slightly smaller amount of bots now than I did before. Come over here. Actually, the small one may be moving faster. Okay. Oh, we lost a few. Wasn't centered perfectly. Okay. So we'll go up there. That's probably going to be a medium one. There's a patch there. There's a patch over there, but getting to that one will be very hard because we need 2 more. But yeah, getting all of this calcite is why we're going to go up there. That's the goal. That's the plan. Yeah. I kind of thought about if I should be doing more or less those PS1 versus N64 sort of stuff, because on one hand it is kind of big in terms of the things I do on the channel, right? And I really like doing it because I just find everything about it fun. I like comparing the systems, I like, yeah. And though it's more fun when you're winning. And in my case, yeah. It's kind of like the thing where it's kind of like, I guess it's a bit of a stupid argument, but it's kind of like when you say like, oh yeah, you have a PlayStation bias. Bro, video game developers had a PlayStation bias when they were making, you know, PS1 games. I hope I'm not gonna, like, build too close. But yeah, like... Oh, it's up there. Quickly. Okay, we're fine. How pissed off are the bots that they have to deconstruct all of this that they just spent time building? I'd be pissed. Okay, where's the... they're missing repair packs. We'll have to go back to base. A little bit... Yeah, no, we'll do it now. Because, yeah. I mean, I understand, like... the N64 stuff, like... The issue is, very often you run into situations where... it is kind of fun having the discussions with people who are, like... knowledgeable, but the issue is... a lot of the time, like, the average, like, retro gaming guy that you run into... isn't there to, like, you know, N64 fans and also, I guess, PlayStation fans, right, and whatever. They aren't there to talk about, like, when you compare which one was better. Most people don't really care about, like, your particular methodology, how you come to your results. They just care for their box to win, you know? Which is interesting because I can't think of any logical scenario where I could say the N64 quote-unquote won, except in, like, you know, highly specific, okay, which game console had the best Mario game? Is it Sony PlayStation or Super Nintendo 64? You know what I mean? So, like, because if you think about it, like, what metrics do we use to see which game is better? Oh, never mind, the repair packs are over there. Like, if we compare, for instance, which one had the better hardware, I guess... Actually, no. I guess when you talk about hardware, right? On one hand, you can see that it's a bit of a toss-up with what the average person thinks. Now, if you're a little bit more knowledgeable... It's kind of like that IQ, you know, where it's like the low IQ and the high IQ person, or I guess like the stupid and the smart person share the same idea, while the average IQ person is like, you know, oh no, actually it's you know what I mean, where like, you know, I guess the really stupid guy would say they're both the same. Like, you know, they're kind of the same. The medium intellect guy would say, no, there are vast differences which make these systems, you know, different. And then the smart guy would be like, nah, they're still kind of the same. Because, honestly, comparing a game versus game, they are kind of different, but not to a way most consumers really gave a shit about. Like, I get that... Probably, if you're watching this, you can understand, like, there were some pretty serious differences. Like, the N64 didn't have texture warping. The PS1 did. The N64's textures were much lower resolution, a lot of the time. And what that results in is basically the way, like, everything was designed was different. Like on the PS1, for instance, a game would be built with the idea that, okay, so in order to, you know, you would use techniques that would minimize texture warping. You wouldn't need to do that on a Nintendo, so people didn't. Like, people just didn't, you know, developers didn't bother making, because, you know, why create the floor out of a bunch of polygons, like on a PlayStation, when you can just use less? Well, on the PlayStation, you kinda had to minimize warping, so if you're doing that, you may as well, like, displace them a little bit, you know, to add more detail, so it looks higher quality. Meanwhile, on the N64, I mean, if you look at Hyrule Field, that is really big and really barren. And I've seen the PlayStation do more than the Hyrule Field. I mean, check out Terracan. Realistically, if I was making a PS1 game, and I won't ever make one, because I would never be able to sell it anyway, but I would like to make a game that's in that sort of style, with, like, pretty low hardware requirements. So if I bite it on the tail... Oh. It's making a sharp turn. Yeah, but, like, the idea would be, I could have, similarly to Final Fantasy... let's say I'm just making an action RPG. I could just have two different engines, right? In which the character code is copied over from one to the other, right? But I could have the wild engine for when you're on, like, an outside area. That would function like, you know, Terracan. I could have the sort of cave system engine that would function maybe something like... what's the game called? Like Soul Reaver, although that is really complicated, you know, with data streaming. And then you could have, if you're looking at, like, the peak of what could be possible, and then for levels that are more like, then you could, for some other levels that are similar more to Spyro's, you could just have that kind of engine. It all depends on what you want. You could even do the Metroid Prime thing, where you have doors, and when you come near a door, it loads, you know, unloads one area, loads another area. And the rooms are basically segments that are dynamically loaded in and out of memory. There's a ton of stuff you can do to, you know, for both systems. But, like, I don't know, look, I know I'm rambling a lot, but in my personal opinion, which, you know, is always correct, TM, I believe the PS1 wins in the hardware department, just because the things that the N64 could do were in almost all cases, and I do mean almost all, unless you were trying to port, like, an RTS onto the system. In almost all cases, you could work around a small memory. It wouldn't be... Oh my goodness. Oh, it's fine. It's not this one. It maybe wouldn't... Did I just... It wouldn't be ideal, like, for instance, in Quake 2, though I still feel they could have done it better if they tried, but it's fine the way it is, it's not offensive. Like, okay, that's a medium one, that's fine. Like, you know, they could have done more in Quake 2, they could have done the system similar to Metroid Prime, even though Metroid Prime came out later, so, you know, how would they do a system similar to a game which didn't come out yet? You know what I mean. They could have done more, but it doesn't matter. What they did was already fine enough. Though, like, to be clear, I like Quake 2 on the PS1, and I also like Quake 2 on the N64. I don't like Quake 1 on the N64, though. That... It's just kind of... subpar, you know? Like, okay, Quake 2 on the N64 has its unique levels, right? But Quake 1 on the N64 is a similar sort of mostly complete experience like the Saturn version is, though it lacks levels or whatever. But it's mostly there. It just looks like ass. At least it controls kind of well, but it looks like ass. Meanwhile, the Saturn version, well, you can get used to the controls. They're not that bad. But it just looks so good. What was Lobotomy Software doing, man? It's insane. I also don't like how, like, specifically, I think the PS1 version of Quake 2, and, well, a lot of stuff kind of gets branded by some specific YouTubers as, like, impossible ports, when... The only really impossible port I'd say would be RE2, which had no business running on the N64, or like Doom on the SNES, you know? I feel like Impossible Port is for, like, should be a term used exclusively for, you know, that sort of stuff, not like, you know, a 3D first-person shooter on a system which had other 3D first-person shooters. So that thing has... Okay, we didn't even use a third of our turrets. So if that's how much it takes to kill a medium demolisher, maybe a big one isn't as far out of reach as I would expect. We'll see. But yeah, maybe I should be feeding them with more ammo. But like... No. We desperately need... But yeah, look. We need so much... I guess we could be crafting... Actually, we could just be sending... Wait, how much of you fits on a rocket? 20... 25? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Maybe we could just be making ammo there and shipping it in. I don't know. But yeah. The crazy part is, though, to me at least, I know it's a bit of a thing where you just continuously say, "Oh yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I'm a man. That's crazy, bro." But seriously, like, I kind of looked into a lot of this quote-unquote impossible stuff, and like, man, they could have honestly done more. How much? Oh, it's the same physical resistance. I'm not daring to disturb something so giant. But still, like, real... Ooh. Actually, maybe. The thing is, I just... Fuck. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the quote-unquote impossible ports are just, like, possible ports. Yeah, but, like, realistically... we can talk about, like, what's potentially possible both in the PS1 and N64. But in my opinion, there should be a sort of limit, right? Like, you can't just... one thing which I'm not a fan of is, like, you know, proposing expansion cards, right? Because I'm pretty sure, theoretically, you could use the parallel port, and you could use the expansion port on both systems, in order to connect, like, a really... basically... Okay, so, you know how the PS1 played FMVs, full motion video, right? So, basically, if you could have... You could theoretically use the parallel port, which is way faster than the disc reader, right? To just stream video to your PS1, like, through the port, and theoretically, hey, your PS1 could be outputting video where it's running, like, you know, where it's running Doom Eternal. It's just that you're actually playing Doom Eternal, like, it's just a PC connected to the thing through an adapter, you know what I mean? So, I don't like the made-up adapters route, or the made-up expansion cards, so what could, like, you know, so when you compare, like, okay, what could the native basic PS1 and native basic N64 do without the stupid disk drive? Because the disk drive is honestly worse. Because, like, yeah, you can save more data, so there you go, that's Animal Crossing, but, yeah, like, good luck if you have to save, if you have to do anything else. Because you have a 6x CD reader, so rip performance if you're trying to read stuff from it. Like, theoretically, what you could do, if we're taking the two systems, in my opinion, is, like, the PS1 could just have, like, a 10-disc super epic, you know, whatever, giant open world with, like, you know, the systems I mentioned previously, Terracon-esque wild areas, this-esque, that-esque, you know, huge world, dynamic battles, best of the best. And the N64 could kind of do the same. It would just be, like, smaller and blurrier, because it would have to fit on, like, a 64 megabyte drive. Or, no, actually, yeah. So if you had the 64DD, you would have a 64 megabyte disc. And I don't know if there were any, I don't know how multi-disc 64DD games would work, but I would assume they would work, let's just say they would work in the same way, like, you know, you would have like a game pack, and the game pack would have the 32 kilobytes, yeah, 32 kilobytes, haha, of game data. So you would have that, and you would install, you know, sorry, not install, you would run the game, you would, you know, load your save data and continue off from where you were previously. Hey, that's a lot more tungsten. Oh, coal. Ah, how long was it there for? But, like, realistically, you couldn't do as much, because if you think about it, at least a little bit, like, if you think about it, you're limited to, like, if you're comparing, like, if you take 10 of those discs, congratulations, you have as much data as one CD. And if we're trying to feature pack all of our, you know, 10 discs for our, like, you know, a 100-hour game or whatever, 200-hour, I don't even know. What you could just have is, like, you know, some FMVs, sure, but you could just have the cutscenes in engine. You know, nothing stops you from having the levels or whatever. You know, nothing stops you from doing everything in engine. Nothing stops you from having all of the music just be MIDI samples that you play back. I mean, a lot of games did that, because it was just easier. Also, if you wanted to, like Crash 1, for instance, right? That used data streaming. And the best way to, you know, keep the track streaming is to, to continuously only stream, you know, the data for the level you're on, is just to, you know, not bother with the music, and to instead just have it, you know, be MIDI. And MIDI's fine, I think it's actually up there. And, like, realistically, I mean... yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine, like, the peak of the N64 being higher than the PS1, you know? Like, the hypothetical peak. Meanwhile, the real peak of the PS1 was just larger. I mean, it literally was. Compare Final Fantasy any to, like, most N64 games. Like, you can't. It's obvious which one lost. The one which didn't sell as well. I honestly, so the other day, I was trying to Google something. I forgot if early on the N64 had 12 or 16 meg cartridges. So I googled N64 first year, you know, 1996, 8 megabyte, 12 megabyte, just to see if I can find a source. Because I couldn't find it in my scripts, and I knew I wrote something like that before. So I ended up just seeing this comment, which was like, okay, how come the cartridges worked out so well for Nintendo? Which is a fair question. Why was the N64 not a larger disaster? And the truth is because Sega decided to sabotage the Saturn. That's what the S in the system stands for. It stands for sabotage. And if you're wondering... well... and if you're wondering, like, basically, okay... So there are a few reasons. So, first of all, the cartridges were very good for kids. Because kids do not treat anything you give to them with any respect. They will chew on it, they will, like, shove it up their nose, they'll vomit on it, they'll throw it down the stairs for fun, they'll try eating it, they'll swallow it and end up in the hospital, although if you swallow an N... Although, did it de-aggro? Although, if you swallow an N64 cartridge, you would need some kind of prize, honestly. Anyways, as I was saying, the thing was that the N64 cartridges were just better for kids than CDs were, because, you know, especially back then, kids had no idea what a CD was compared to cartridges, which you can just, like, lick on. Discs just require more finesse. You're not supposed to scratch them, you're not supposed to, like, put your dirty child fingerprints all over them, like, caked in chocolate and whatever the fuck, like, just dirt. There's no way children wash their fucking hands. But, like, you know what I mean. So, like, you had these fucking goblin creatures. That was the wrong worm! Gotta be shitting me. I killed... That's why it stopped being aggroed. I killed the wrong worm. Okay. Looked at the map in confusion and saw that, oh yeah, that area's clear. Oops. Task failed successfully. I was confused as to why it stopped following me. I guess that's why. Anyways, yeah, like... But look at how long it seems on the map. It's not there anymore very clearly, but, you know. Like, point is... That was one of the issues. The other thing was that parents not only knew that cartridges were good for their, you know, stupid children, but also, Mario and Zelda were very obviously kids franchises for parents who didn't, you know, follow gaming actively. If you would imagine, like, if you're a dad, right? Like, you have your little kid, your kid's 7 in 1996, and you're like, okay, I need to get the kid a new system. The SNES is getting a little bit older, like the Mega Drive, and then you're like, okay, so, there's the N64 from Nintendo. It has Mario 64, so I guess you're gonna have the Marios and Zeldas on it. And I don't have any idea what the PlayStation's gonna have, but I do remember when I had the, you know, when I played on the, or I guess a better example would be, like, if it was a kid's first system, right? Their dad owned the NES, right, or whatever. So he knew about Mario and Zelda and whatever, and so he was like, ah, yeah, so this is the kid system. And what, Sony's kind of for adults. I mean, look at how serious their games are, you know? I'll get my kid a Nintendo. And the truth was, Dad made a mistake. A big mistake. Because realistically, the biggest issue with the N64 was just the software drought. That is why a lot of, like, the bestsellers in the N64 list are bestsellers. It's because there was just not a lot to buy. Meanwhile, the PS1's market was just a lot more saturated. Like, there was a lot more to choose from. So you'd never really feel like, you know, you were out of options. If you liked RPGs on the PS... Oh my god, it's just a small one. If you liked RPGs on the PS1, like, holy shit, you have so many options. If you liked, you know, anything else on the PS1, etc, 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 but, like, holy shit, you had a ton of options on the PS1 for any series. If you buy, like, let's say, let's be a little bit optimistic. Let's say that, like, you have money to buy, like, let's say you're, like, an extreme fan, right? 2 games per month or something stupid, right? Because, like, yeah, I mean, if you're kind of well off and you have a job, that doesn't seem that unreasonable. Right, on the PS1, first of all, you could afford that, because the games were cheaper. Second of all, you know, like, every year, after 1996, there would be another Tomb Raider game. So you could basically always look forward to that, you know? And none of the games were particularly bad for the time. Come on, oh, fuck. You then got damaged, okay. Meanwhile, like, on the N64, it was very much so like, okay, so what exists that isn't bad? So, like, you know, you run into the issue where, like, somebody looks at the N64 library and they're like, okay, so I need to play, I want to play a video game, want to buy a game, what's out there? And then they're like, you know, let's imagine that it's the same sort of late-ish 1997. So they look in gaming magazines and they're like, okay, Doom 64, well, I already got that one before, fuck, there are barely enough games coming out. You know, like, there's the guy, okay, 2 games per month is a little bit excessive on the N64, because, there were barely 2 good games coming out per month. Like, there were barely 2 games coming out per month, let alone 2 good ones, so, you know, you would run into the problem where you just couldn't do that in time. Yeah, but, like, let's just imagine, you know, like, you look at it... Actually, fuck it, I'll open up the, list of N64 games. Sort them by North American release, just because that's where I can recognize the games. And we'll just stand here until all of our stuff is taken from us. Now, watch the sea of bots fly towards me. Incredible. So, like, what would you even buy every day of the month, right? Like, there was one game that came out in, January, right? And that one was NBA Hang Time, so that's a no. So you would skip out in January. There was one game in February, Mario Kart 64, which was good. Then I guess you would get Turok and Blastcore in March. You'd get Doom 64, and that's it. Maybe War Gods? Was War Gods any good? It doesn't seem like it is. Yeah, no, it has a fucking 4.5. No. Then I guess you'd get Hexen. Star Fox 64, Hexen and Star Fox in June. Dark Rift. I don't know if that's any good. It's a 3D fighting game. Probably not. Tetrasphere. Or, like, I guess you would get GoldenEye. Oh, in September you'd get MRC. That one was tolerable. And, like, Top Gear Rally, maybe. Or Mace the Dark Age? No, probably not. But you know what I mean. You would just have nothing. And then in November, I guess you could get Duke Nukem 64 and Diddy Kong Racing. Actually, specifically like in November and December. Okay, quite a few games do release around November and December, but still, you know what I mean. Right, yeah, I'm back. Okay. So now that we finally have some space, some personal space away from the bugs, now that they'll no longer be bugging us, it's gonna be time to get to work. And to do that, we should start automating. We already technically are automating. Wait. Is there a way to get a... I have foundries here, right? I didn't mess up again and stop them from being automated, right? No, it's fine. Mr. Foundry, is there a way to get iron ore? No. But I have an idea. Okay. So here's the plan. We have a lot of steel that is currently being basically not used anywhere. So here's gonna be my plan. I'm going to be building a bunch of space platforms and a bunch of asteroid collectors. I will only be harvesting metallic chunks so we can have a continuous stream of iron ore flying in from space. Specifically so we can have a huge amount of refined concrete ready on the planet. Is this stupid? Same, honestly. This also means we should probably move this. We'll see. I mean, I'll move it. I don't know where to. Maybe over here. But yeah, I'll be just making... We only need 2, really. Then I'll switch to you guys. New group. I'll do it. And Vulcanus, give me as many blue belts as you can carry. Actually, no, not that much. Okay, but the idea is, right, we need some good old-fashioned copper. Good old-fashioned bludgeoning him to death with a stick. And that's how we do it around here. Also, what I found is that Peter Griffin this may be a little bit, maybe a little bit offensive to, but apparently, okay, I always thought Peter had from the Family Man comic, I always thought Peter had a bit of a, like, a bit of a weird, a bit of a, what do you call that? Like, not a lisp, but a bit of a thing when he was speaking, like a bit of a vocal weirdness, right? But no, it turns out that it's just a kind of an accent in a US state. And I don't know why, but to me that's really funny. Just to imagine there's a state full of people that are like basically just literally Peter Griffin. Peter grieving. Peter grieving. No, just kidding. As if Peter would ever grieve. I'd never grieve. That's what Peter Griffin said. But yeah, I mean, stupid brain rot memes aside, like, I don't know. I watched the Doshington video on what he thought about Space Age because I was curious, and one of the things he brought up was specifically the fact that yeah, like he thought about considering making his main base in Vulcanus, but he doesn't want to deal with the low oil. But I'm gonna do one better. I am gonna deal with the low oil by crying, but I fully believe in the Vulcanus base tactic. Though I have no fucking clue how I'm going to build the spaceship, considering if you may be aware. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Okay, well, we'll have to do that later anyways. Okay, but yeah, if you may recall, there are big asteroids around here, and they will keep crashing into the spaceship. So I will manually be sending stuff up immediately, and it's not gonna be uranium ammo. No. It's gonna be... No, it is gonna be, because I'll send up gun turrets, I'll send up ammo, I'll send up repair packs. That is what I'll do. Okay, but yeah, we're slowly getting enough space platforms for a starter kit. Keep in mind, this isn't gonna be a rocket, this is literally just gonna be a platform that hunts for space rocks. That's all it's gonna be. It's gonna have a bunch of asteroid collectors, and it's gonna be kind of built weirdly. It's gonna be making its own ammo once I can, get it to do that, but until then, it'll just be, reliant on the main base for support. Oh yeah, right, also, okay, there we go. That should help a little bit. Oh, what if we need more power? We have 1.1. I wish it was 1.21, haha. Only game... I was gonna say only gamers get that joke, but, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't even... A lot of people don't even get the, that joke. It's something Jensen Huang said. And it... watching, like... CEOs of those kinds of, like, tech companies try to be funny, it always gives you secondhand embarrassment. It's so... It's one of those things where it's just so bad it's good, you know? How much do you have? Still not enough. It's whatever, just... We have time. Look at how much of the map is now clear. You see this? You see how much empty, like, land with no lava there is? This base will continue expanding up there and, like, into here or wherever. And if we need to get something from over there, we can just use the overhead rails. Okay, just give me one more. Okay, yeah. Let's head into space now. Well, not we. Let's, disable Logi support, and we'll see. Come on. It's over here. Rocket number 1. Send up. Space platform. Iron ore space platform. Okay, now you will be given the ammo, and you will be given the repair packs. You will be given more ammo. You will be given turrets, and you'll be given the space platforms. No. Deliver cargo. I know a space platform. Okay. Now, there are big rocks everywhere. You'll see them start spawning soon. But actually, where are the big rocks? They should be here somewhere. I mean, if you check out the other ship, you can see they're everywhere, basically. Oh, one of them's coming in. Okay, shit, can I... Ah! I forgot inserters. Okay, reset them to be automatic. Okay. How's it going? Pretty well. Actually, we can just ignore them, basically. Okay, so now, once that's up there... If I sent it to the wrong one, I'm gonna go insane. I think I did. I hope I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay. Right, so... what's the big deal? Well, okay, I swear, man, all the pipes are making me slowly go insane. Well, they're not making me slowly go insane, Okay, we can make 16, which means we'll need another 30. If you're wondering, well, why do you want so many of them? It's because I haven't got a fucking clue how many I'll actually need, if you want the real answer. So, may as well send way too many up there. Okay, so we need 20 of them. Okay. Why? I am out of one singular piece of steel. Not anymore. Okay. And then after that, we can make the other 14 of these that I need. Well, the other 12 that I need. I can count. By the way, look at this. When like the entire base needs to be topped up with this sort of stuff, like everything fucking boots up to 500 megawatts of capacity. It's kind of crazy, honestly. How much we just have going into rockets. Okay. Now this platform is actually gonna have, yeah, quite a lot of that. So I'm gonna just make like I'm gonna wait, but fuck it. We'll just have like a, you know, a big ol' tentacle going out like this. So my idea is to have like an asteroid collector. Actually, making 30 is kind of pointless. But my idea is to just have like a system like this, where alright, you can't have this like that, so yeah, sure. Okay, this is gonna cause problems, but it's fine. The idea would be to have basically a gun turrets on the edge, roughly where these guys are. Yeah, like this. So then you would, yeah, like that, and then you copy this. And, huh. How did I do this one so wrong? Whatever. Okay, so that's the idea. Then we'll use these belts to bring back all the chunks for processing. And any damage we get doesn't matter, because we can just repair it, and it's really not much because we're not moving. These gun turrets were kind of unnecessary. I don't know why I'm doing it this way and not just placing it. Yeah, but all of these will only filter for metallic ones. So doing this. See, they only damage it to half, which who cares? We can fix that. Okay. And then, once we have this, then we can just have, like, okay, well, what I'll do is, it'll be stupid. However, we can have it like this. Uh... Okay, I don't actually know how this will go. So I'm gonna remove these belts. And I'll, copy this like that. I think it should work. Right? Yeah, like this. Okay. Well, that's the idea. So I'll just remove that for now. Whatever. But yeah, I'll do this, and then we'll have another set of belts coming back. You know, this one will have the gun turrets. Oh yeah, right. We'll use some of these. Sure, why not? Here's the big plan. We'll have them like this. And, no. What I'll do is I'll do something stupid. I promised this previously, like moments ago. I'm going to use the gun turrets as something these will have their ammo pulled out of. Now, this seems completely insane. However, it could work. And that is about the only positive thing I can say. It could work. Okay. I'll do this, and then there we go. Uh-oh, guys, watch out. But yeah, that's gonna be kind of it for, this part of it. I know the episode's dragging on kind of long. Actually, you know what, yeah, let's split it. See you next time. Goodbye.